Yes, there is a Christmas tree. Merry Christmas, only a few weeks away. And we do have a train around the Christmas tree here at our house. This is the Christmas tree. And this is the train that goes around the Christmas tree. And so we're just going to run some freights today, Friday night freights. I have some cranked up. Want to try and answer as many questions as I can. Had a great operating session last week. And definitely learned a lot. Had a great time. Had some really cool people over. And had a great time running trains. And a great time just hanging out together. And talking about the layout. Talking about trains in general. And really like the fact that we spent some time talking about ways that we can improve things on the layout. So we start right here with a manifest freight train. This is made up of some reefers, cryogenic reefers, boxcar, and a bunch of automotive cars. And it's going through Aspen. I still haven't labeled everything. Gonna figure out some way to put some labeling here. This is Aspen. I'll also put down the milepost. Make sure you check out my update on Sunday. I got some pretty cool timetable figured out for the layout, and actually it was done by one of the guys who was at the operating session, Chris Zuzinski or something. I can't pronounce his name. It's some interesting name. I think it's Krasinski or Krasuski. Sorry, Chris, if I'm butchering your name. But anyway, he did an awesome job of putting together a timetable for the layout. Hold on. So this is a staging yard. I'm going to go ahead and get one more train out. I like to run at least 4 trains here. I'm going to do this heritage unit here. That's 88. And we're going to go ahead and do the, let's see, it's 7, 8. Alright, so I think I got everything all set. Hopefully we won't have any major mishaps like I did last time. And we're going to go ahead and take off. Hey, I actually can run more than 4. I just kind of don't want to get too far out there. I saw a quick question. Let me see what that question was. I do use a Dremel tool to do the cutting of the PC ties. A lot of people ask that question when I did the demonstration on building fast tracks turnouts. I didn't cut any of the ties. I usually will go ahead and install them on the layout, and then once they're down securely, then I go ahead and use a Dremel tool to cut the PC ties. And I have a diamond rotary blade on there that's really thin, so I can even cut the frog, the rails to isolate the frog. I can also do that. Alright, so I'm gonna crank them up here to 25, and let me know what you think about the speed. For the upper decks, it's just cheap zinc-plated 10-inch angle irons. Not a whole lot. It's pretty sturdy though. And a couple places I do have it, also some wires. I'll show you that when I get to it. And here we have a heritage unit coming through, followed by an SD90 Mac and a bunch of stack trains, bunch of containers. These are 40-foot containers, and then I also have some 53. I guess I've heard we're not supposed to do that, but from what I understand, 40 foot is for international. Oops. The depth of the upper bracket is 10 inches for the most part. So this is 10 inches, so it's not very wide. It does get wider, like when I do the Aspen tunnel here, it's definitely wider. And we'll go ahead and go over here to some other areas of the upper level. So this is a bit wider here. This is going to be the Pocatello Sub here. That's going to go this way. This is going to be Granger right here. But I do have the 10-inch brackets are not enough to hold this, so I have some wires, some cable, I guess you could say. Looks like we got a train coming from both directions. We'll have a meet up here, I believe. I have just one Heritage unit. I'm trying to pick up a Athearn big boy here. Somebody's trying to sell it, and I'm trying to see if I can get it for a good price. I don't know why it's got out of focus here. We had a meet on 2 different levels, but there is a meet here actually coming up. I had so much fun at the operating session. I'm going to post, I think this weekend too, a shot that someone took of me videotaping. When I was doing one of the videos, Mike Skibby was actually videoing from the other side. And so he's videoing me and I'm videoing him. We're actually both videoing the trains. But one thing that was kind of cool is that I have a really happy look on my face. So I definitely did enjoy the operating session. This is going to be a really fun layout to operate. And see, it goes through the signal here. Not too good at depth of field on live streaming, unfortunately. There he goes. Here we got a train coming down the mountain. This is that same this is a lot of fun. That same manifest train. Looks like we're gonna have another meet. See if I can get some horns going here. One thing we learned from the operating session is that people thought that the sound was a little bit too high. So I did turn down the sound a little bit. You can still hear them real well. A lot of people said that I should turn it so low that you can't hear it from within 6 feet. But to be honest with you, I got pretty good hearing. Even if it's at a low level, I could hear something at 6 feet away. It'd have to be really low for me not to be able to hear it. So I basically set it at using a decibel app that I got on my computer or on my phone. I set the decibels to 70 decibels. That's going at full notch 8 sound. And according to this app, 70 decibels is like a conversation level. So that was with the phone just like, let's say the phone was like this far away, just normal distance, then the sound was at conversation level. So we'll see what people think of that when we get our next operating session. That's going to be in January. It's going to be the weekend of the 21st, I believe. Hopefully we'll have the yard working by that time, and also the either West Vaco or the UTLX facility. We did do some switching at the Wholesome Cement, so that was pretty cool. All right, I have these going at 25. Some of them said that we could have gone a little faster, so I'm going to crank all these engines up to 30 once. And you have to let me know in the comments if you think it's a better speed or too fast or maybe even faster. So I'm going to crank these all up. I'm going to wait till this one gets off the hill before I crank it up. So this is at 25 miles per hour. All right, and then this is this now is going 30 miles an hour. That's really fast. Oh, that's 40, excuse me. I was gonna say that's really fast. All right, there's 30. All right, let's get this other one. I'm gonna get all these at 30. So this is 30. Main thing about going faster for me is that does it still look good going around the curves? I don't know. So I have all these going at 30 miles per hour. I might even crank it up to 35 here. All right, so we have 2 volts for 25. Hello, CN777 Railfan. The main concern for me of going too fast is that it might look toy-like. I don't want it to look like Lionel trains. Here you see I got some track ready to go, so I can finish out the get some rail joiners, so I can finish out this yard. Got some turnouts in, some more to do. I'm not even going to try 30 since everybody, or 35, since everybody so far has said they like 25 better. I kind of like 25 better too. I like the Evanston subdivision for a couple of reasons. One, I had been doing the Geneva sub and Midwest railroads basically my whole hobbying career. So for 50 years I did Midwest modeling. So with this being my last layout, I wanted to do something completely different, and so I decided that instead of doing Midwest again, I would do mountains. And so I just looked at all the different mountains. I kind of want to stay with UP, so I looked at all the different places that the UP went. Thought about doing California, but you know, the Tehachapi Pass and Cajon Pass and so forth, but everybody, I didn't want to do something that everybody does either. So that's done by a lot of different people. So after doing some research, I decided to go with the Evanston Sub because it was really beautiful from the pictures that I saw, and I also very much like the history behind it. The fact that it's part of the Transcontinental Railroad. I thought that was really cool. And looking at it further too, the fact that the grades separate and cross over each other at Kerrville, that was also a key. I was a little concerned about industries and not really being a yard on the sub, but I decided to move the Green River yard to Evanston. That helped out a lot. And then after doing more research, I saw that there was a lot of cool stuff going on at West Vaco and at Wholesome Cement. And then when we traveled there and visited, I just said, this is definitely the place. So anyway, a long explanation. I settled on the Evanston Sub, and I'm really happy that I did. Really looking forward to doing a lot of cool scenery here. I think Mark Bridgewater is going to come back in February again, so I'm definitely going to be doing some more scenery by February or so. All right, I'm going to slow these down to 25 again. I kind of like 25 better. So that one's at 25. Yeah, let's do the horn again. It's going to take a long time before it's finished. That's the beauty of model railroads. Get a lot of enjoyment out of running them, and probably more enjoyment out of building them. Again, make sure you check in on the update coming up on Sunday. Got some track work to show you at the Evanston yard. Some paperwork things that we're doing, some signaling things that we're doing. It's going to be pretty cool. I really like the way we're going to be doing the signals. Chris has been a huge help with that, and I'm definitely going to figure out how to pronounce his name before I mention him again. It's a pretty good angle. I think this is going to be it for tonight. Hope everybody had a great week. It's Friday. Enjoy the weekend. I personally have a cantata to sing in, Christmas cantata to sing in this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. But I hope everybody had a great work week and have a great weekend. Have a wonderful holiday season. We'll do this again next Friday, hopefully, if we get a chance. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care. Going to sign off after this train meet right here. This is going to be the Weber River. It's going to look really cool with the river and the bridge and everything. All right, everybody. Take care. God bless.